And I love your like can-do attitude. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you know, I'm a pharmacist, but hey, let's go. But
Why not?
it does beg the question though, like how are you, you said you couldn't focus. It like how are you able to focus in pharmacy, like studying that to become a pharmacist? Like I just can't process that.
So a lot of what I did in my life really led me to who I am today.
Hmm.
Um, but actually doing that, fulfilling that career specifically allowed me to realize that I am able to focus very well, actually, if I really wanted to.
Right.
I actually have both brains, like left and right. I
Right. Right.
am really into science. I'm very fascinated by everything, you know,
Hmm.
how everything comes together. But I'm also super creative too. Like I love to dance, I love to draw.
Nice.
Now I love acting, you know, and
Yeah.
in fact, I was in honors art in high school where I used to draw and I was just like super into that. That's where I
Right.
learned patience. But to go back to your question, like it's, I don't even know. Like I don't even know how to say it. Like
You don't
I
even know
have
how
no
you did.
words.
It's one of
I
those
don't even
things
know.
like you don't even know how
I
you
just
did it.
honestly, do you know how many times I reflect back and I'm like, how did I do that? Like
It was such a
how?
blur.
It was like 2 years and 10 months in a doctorate program was like boot camp for my brain. Boot camp. I mean,
I
brutal. I
believe
would
it.
study
Yeah.
12 hours a day.
Wow.
And I'm kind of a perfectionist too. And I also don't trust myself fully sometimes, you know, and I'm like,
Right.
no, like I have to like go like the extra mile. Like I can't just rely on 80%. Like I gotta like
Yeah.
push
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
further. So I just like I reflect and I'm like, I don't know if I could do that now. Like I did it then. And that time in my life, it made sense. It's something I had to achieve. I was going through a lot of things personally. And that's just something that I had to fulfill, you know,
Right.
and the reason I have this can do mindset is because throughout a lot of my life, I've had people tell me, you can't.
Okay.
Oh, you can't do this. Oh, you
Yeah.
can't do all these. Oh, I'm like,
Who are you?
give me a second, you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Give me a
give me a
second.
couple years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get right back to you.
But really you like for me when I get that attitude when I'm like way before when I was very young I would take it to heart, and as I get older I start to realize like, but who are you? Because you start to
True,
realize other people,
true,
whether it's your parents or friends that you
true.
know so-called thought that they were more popular, or maybe they were doing it
Absolutely.
better than you realize like, wait, but who are you? You have so many other issues, you have so many flaws, you know, life doesn't
Amen.
go your way either, right? Yeah. And you
Amen.
know, not to throw my parents under the bus, but I use the prime example of them where it's like, you know, they worked very hard, but I've also see them struggle. I've also see them lose their job. I've also see them not enjoy what they do. And yet
Yeah.
our whole lives, right, we're told, if you go to school, if you get that degree, I was having this conversation with someone, it's like your life will be figured out. You won't have any worries. And it's like, no, that's not the case. And even for yourself that has a degree in the medical field, I'm sure you had your own struggles, right? Whether it was
Oh,
landing a job, whether it was staying in that job, you know what I mean? Proving yourself, you know?
so many struggles. I mean, I would say I got like lucky and I have someone like looking over me somewhere.
Yes, I believe that too.
Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of, or maybe it's my attitude towards life too. I don't know. It could be like a combination of all of that, you know? But
Yeah.
I remember when I graduated pharmacy school, the whole like can't thing came up again. And I remember my friends who are my colleagues were like, you don't have a job set up yet? I go, no, what do you mean? I mean, I'm studying in Massachusetts. I'm going back to Michigan and I'm going to work there and I don't have a job set up yet. No, they're like, what? Like you're supposed, I don't understand. And you know, they're just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. They couldn't
it's not
process it.
right.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're just going to have no job. How are you going to pay back your loans? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'll figure it out. I'm not worried. Why are
Yeah.
you worried? Let me
Yeah.
worry about that. You know,
Yeah.
that's my thing. You have your thing. Let me have my thing.